Alright, wire control. These are what actually is wire. Does that sentence make sense? I don't know. Wire control. These are what actually make wire wire. The ability to touch a button and make something go up and down is fine. It's not wiring. The only two you have to worry about in here for now are arithmetic and comparison. Don't worry about logic or trig or selection. None of these matter. Especially CPU. That's the most impossible thing to learn, and someone's going to teach me eventually. But arithmetic and comparison. Now, arithmetic has, if I make, let's see, a button. This value is 1. And it's off is 0. Toggle. Okay. Now when I push that button, it toggles 1 and it toggles 0. Let's make that do something. So let's say, let's put back the hydraulic. Alright, let's make a variable thruster. I'm going to axis with standard strength and just a little bit of friction. I'm going to axis that panel to there. So now, ow, we've got that sort of motion going on. Now, I want to make this so it spins. I could just use a regular thruster. We're not going to. We're going to use a wire thruster. Force multiplier. What this means is whatever number you give it, if you say hook it up just straight to the button, and the button says 1, and this force multiplier is 1, then the output of the thruster will be 1, which won't do jack crap. So if you make this force multiplier 500, and then wire it, which by the way wires can stretch without breaking, that means that right now is thrusting at 500, which you can almost see if I get the mouse right. Shut that off. I'm not concerned about making it go one number, one speed. I want it to go multiple speeds. So we're going to unwire that with the reload. And we're going to make this button that's 0 and 1. And we're going to make this button do something now. Now, easiest thing you could do, I think, it's multiply. You could say it's addition. Nah, I wouldn't go with that. That's a multiply gate. That takes A, B, even though it says A and B, it'll do way more than that. It'll go A, B, C, see I'm secondary fire, all the way to H. Now if we take A from this, multiplying it times nothing, it's nothing. So let's put another button with a value of 500. Come on. Alright. Now if we wire, that's A, let's make B to this. It's 0. Still 0. It's 500. Let's add another button. Another 500 even. Go down. Let's go to C. So, that's on, that's on. This is outputting 0. Any of these buttons are 0, output's going to be 0, so turn it on. Now it's 250,000. So, off, off, off. Now in order to make this work right, instead of making the off on those buttons 0, I'm going to make it 1. So if I make this one 1, this one 1. So this will determine if the thruster is on. Of course it's going to go to 1 or 0. But these will determine how much strength the thruster has. So now all we got to do is wire that thruster up to the multiplication chip. It's going to take the number that outputs. So let's turn on, let's see what's on. That's 1, that's 1, that's 1. If I turn this on... Oh, wait a second. I forgot we left the multiplier of the thruster at 500, so let's make the thruster multiplier 1. That it? That's perfect. So it's not moving because the thrust equals 1. If I shut it off, then there's nothing going on. But now if I want to make that thrust more, multiply it by 500. Now that outputs 500, net thrust at 500 again. But if I do this, and this is a lot of thrust by the way, now it's outputting 250,000 thrust. Oh, let's shut some of that off. So that's an example of using a arithmetic chip. I just multiplied 3 values together.